Hey there, I am super excited. I want you to come on in and join me as we talk about Crushin on contouring. All right, so all my ladies in a place with the style and grace who really want to learn how to contour. My tongue is twisted. What's up? What's up with it? If you want to learn how to contour and do it the right way, I have three things that you need to know tonight, and I want you to join in so that you won't miss it. I'm telling you, this is going to be fantastic. So, this is what I need you to do. Go ahead and get familiar with the comments. Light those comments up. Let me know where you are viewing from. I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried contouring? Let me know where y'all from. Like those comments up. If you're on Facebook, share this out. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. I really need to get my subscribers up, and I need y'all to watch all my videos too. I need y'all to like go back. I don't care if you sit there and watch them or not. Just run the video hours up, okay? Because I got a goal that I'm trying to reach, okay? So do that for me. New York City in the house. Louisiana in the house. I got another Louisiana there. Look at that. Hey, Kanisha. Hey, Alfreda. Indianapolis. What's up? Hopewell. That's a good name. Hopewell. Because when you hope, you need to hope well. That means you got to have a good attitude. Because when you hoping for something, it's really a process of waiting. You got to have a good attitude. That is a good name. Hope well. Okay. That just spoke to my spirit. Okay. Jackson, Mississippi. What's up? Baby, I don't know what part of Washington this is, Attila. Attila, I feel like you making that name up, but what's up, Washington? Colleen, you from Memphis, girl. Well, I know you from up north, but Arlington don't count. You from Memphis. It all go together. Come on, San Antonio. Yes, thank you so much for following. I appreciate all the love, y'all. I'm trying to be consistent. And y'all, it is hard out here for listen. So I thank you. I appreciate you. Hello there. Come on, Cincinnati. Hello there. Yeah, so I'm flying. And I'm gonna fight the air. All right, come on, Charlotte. No, this one for North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off. Twist it around your head. Spin it like a helicopter. Come on. Come on, Oakland, California. Period. Wiggins, Mississippi. Come on now. Puyallup, Washington. How many people live there? Probably 20. That's all right. I live in small town too. Okay, Landover, Maryland. What's up? M-Town in the house. Come on, 901. All right, now to business, y'all. To those who run away from contouring, to those who don't know what contouring is, to those who struggle, all of those good things. We are going to talk about that tonight. But first, of course, you guys, this is brought to you by Matter. Let me get a clean set for my mama cuts me out. Matter brushes, you guys. Listen, if you are struggling with doing your makeup at home, it's because you need to upgrade your makeup brushes. And when I say upgrade, I'm not talking about just buying new brushes. I am talking about buying brushes that are numbered in order of use to make your process so much easier and smoother. It's going to eliminate that confusion, frustration, and overwhelm because you don't know what goes where. In addition, I'm also talking about getting some brushes that are going to help you get a more flawless blend a lot faster. So many women's lives are being changed right now. Their confidence is being elevated because they have matter brushes to lean and depend on in the mirror at home. Okay. So let me just show you. The instructions are literally on the brush, y'all. Literally. It literally tells you to press in foundation. That F2 right there, It's the F is for face, and 2 just means it's the second step when you get on your face. And all of them are numbered and named like that. Here's another one. So F6, for example, F6 says all over powder. So this F means that this is a brush for your face, and 6 is the 6th step, meaning that you're going to take this and put powder all over your face. So this brush set makes it super duper easy, and you can visit my website right now, matterbrushes.com. These brushes are available. International shipping is also available. So go ahead and get your brushes. I promise you, you won't regret it. We're really going to be focused on these two bad boys. So this one right here is F4. That tells me that F, come on now, F is for your what? For your face. And the number 4 means that what step are you on? You're on the 4th step. So this is the contour and blush brush. So I'm going to be talking about this. And then F5, which comes after that, is going to be my favorite. Everybody has a favorite. Y'all put y'all favorites in the comments. If you have your brush set, put your favorites in the comments. But F5 is my favorite. It is the nose and eye contour brush. That just means I'm going to contour my nose and I'm going to contour my eyes with it. So make sure you get yours. matterbrushes.com. They are available right now. Okay. What's up? There go my sis right there. What's up, girl? Yes, Charlotte, thank you so much. Matter brushes changed everything for me. I feel like I've been doing makeup forever. Yes, Charlotte, thank you so much for sharing that testimony. Charlotte said her favorite is F2. Let me find F2. F2 is your matte crease. Oh, you said F2. Hold on. I'm on E2. F2 is the press-in foundation brush. It is absolutely one of my favorites as well. It just makes your foundation go on like with an airbrush finish. So it's amazing. It's awesome. All right, y'all. It's time to get down. It's time to get down. Hey, hey. All right, contouring. Let's talk about it. So we all want a natural, well, everybody don't want a natural makeup look. Some people want to look real beat. But raise your hand. I want you to put natural in the comments if you prefer something more natural. Give me drama in the comments if you prefer something a little bit more dramatic. Okay. And that's going to let me know kind of how to swing my conversation. Okay. But I am a very kind of, my aesthetic is very natural. You know, I like to do things that the everyday woman can feel comfortable with. If you're not a makeup person, then you are in the right place. I like to make sure that you can still feel like you look like yourself by the time you finish doing your makeup. Okay. So that was my clientele when I was doing makeup, and that is my style now. I love. I think this Miss Carolyn said she loves both. She loves natural and drama. I am the same way. So most of the time, I like natural, but there are some occasions where the drama is needed, okay? There are some occasions where you just need to amp it up a little bit, and I am going to talk about why contouring is important. Okay, contouring, you guys. Contouring is a technique that sculpts and adds definition to the face. Contouring is a technique that sculpts and adds definition to the face. When you get ready to cook eggs, there are so many ways to cook an egg. You can fry the egg, you can scramble the egg, you can boil the egg. Those are just 3 ways. You can fry, scramble, and boil the egg. When you apply your makeup, you can do your makeup so many ways. And contouring is just a technique, just like scrambling is a technique. Boiling is a technique. Frying is a technique. Those are 3 techniques that's used to cook eggs. Contouring is a technique that's used to sculpt the face. Other techniques include highlighting, concealing, right? Contouring is just a technique to sculpt and define the face. Now, the reason why I keep repeating that because it is important to know what it is. Another term you may hear is bronzing. Bronzing is a technique to warm the face, meaning that it's not necessarily trying to make something look smaller, larger, or sculpted. It's just there to add warmth to the skin so that you won't look ashy. However, I like to use those terms interchangeably because I might as well contour if I'm going to bronze. So I just want to make sure that we are on the same page as I am talking about contouring. Okay. Now, contouring happens when you use something darker to create a shadow on the face. Shadows push features further back. Shadows push features further back. I want you to type that in the comments. Shadows push your features further back. Shadows. When you're creating a shadow, that's why when you see a very artistic photo, somebody is drawing and it looks so realistic because they understand the science of shadows. Okay. When you look at a picture, before and after picture of someone, and you're looking at that picture saying, there is no way that is the same person. Absolutely no way. The men feel catfished because there is absolutely no way that that's the same person. It's because they were contoured very well. Okay. I'm going to give you a quick example and show you. The sides of my nose are contoured. So this means that I've created a shadow on the side of my nose to make my nose, the side of my nose, look further back. Okay. It's giving the illusion that my nose is smaller because the sides of my nose are more so pushed back with the contour. That means on the flip side of that, the center of my nose is what you end up focusing on. All right. The center of my nose is what you end up focusing on when I put that darker shade to create a shadow on the side of my nose to push those features back. Now the center of my nose is what you're focusing on. Okay. Same thing with my cheeks, but we're going to talk about 3 things that you need and what's happening. All month we have been kicking bad makeup habits, and I am going to help you kick 3 contouring habits that you don't need. Number 1 is going to be the wrong shade. Okay. The first bad contouring habit you need to kick is the wrong shade. Having the wrong shade. Z, what shade do we need? You need a shade that is about 2 to 3 shades darker than your skin tone. Okay. 2 to 3 shades darker than your skin tone, 2 to 3 shades darker than your foundation, because it needs to be dark enough to sculpt or add a shadow. Okay. If that shade is not dark enough, it's not going to create a shadow that's needed to sculpt and snatch the face. Okay. When I'm saying sculpt, I mean, when you say, oh my gosh, she's snatched, sculpt and snatch are the same words. Okay. So let me show you a few contour products. Oh, I'm going to show you a few contour colors. We'll talk about products in a minute. Here is my face powder, foundation, whatever. Here is my face powder. Here is my contour powder. Okay. Can you see how this is darker than this? This is darker than this. Okay. This is also the same color as my foundation, or one of them. They're similar. They're more similar in person than they are in camera. I don't know why this is showing up so light, but it's pretty much the same. I don't know. But they're very much so the same. Okay, at this angle, you can kind of see that the colors are the same. Okay. But my contour shade should be darker than my foundation or face powder. Okay. My contour shade, another one, should be darker. That's probably not a good example. The light is hitting these products so differently. All right. So let me just tilt it down. There we go. This is darker than this. It's not black. It's not black brown. It's literally brown, and it's a couple of shades darker than my regular face powder or foundation. Okay, so let's make sure that we have the correct shade. I'm going to show you something else real quick. And that is my face powder and a darker shade, okay? So, you see that bottom shade, this brown shade right here? That's too dark. That's going to be too dark, right? I just want to go a few shades darker. So here's a great example of just a few shades darker. Okay? A few shades, a couple shades darker. Can you see the difference there? That's what I mean by not too dark, but just a couple of shades darker than your normal color. All right. Any questions about that? Want to make sure that you are not choosing the wrong shade. You're choosing the correct shade. And what is the correct shade for your contour? And I should have talked about this other mistake first, but that's all right. We'll get to it. I'll lead into that. What should your correct shade be? Correct shade, correct shade. Oh, that's cute. 2 shades darker. 2 shades darker. All right. 2 to 3 shades darker. All right. Now let's talk about the actual product. Okay. Because the next bad habit that you need to kick is using the wrong product. Now, contour, most of the time you guys will see in the stores that there are contouring kits. Okay. You do not need a contour kit. Let's say it together. I do not need a contour kit. I do not need a contour kit. I want to make sure I'm not breaking up as I say this. But I want you to say that. I do not need a contour kit. What you need is a powder, a pressed powder that is 2 to 3 shades darker. Okay? So let me show you the difference between pressed and loose. This right here, if I flip this bad boy over, all of this is tumbling out like flour. Let me try to cover this light up. All of this is going to tumble out like flour because this is loose powder. This is pressed into here. So if I flip it over, it's not coming out. Okay? If I flip this over, it is not coming out because this is a pressed powder. So we need a pressed powder that is 2 to 3 shades darker. All right? A pressed powder that is 2 to 3 shades darker. Let me show you a few products that I have. The first one that I showed you was by Amalawa Cosmetics. It's the Eye Face palette, and it does come in different tones. So I have the medium. The medium has 2 different shades that you can use to bronze or contour. And I love that it has 2 different shades because sometimes you just don't get it right on the first go. This would be too dark. And depending on what season it is, maybe this is too light and I can just dab in both of them. So sometimes it looks like me doing this right here to grab a little bit of both and then contouring, okay? So these are great options. This is from the Eye Face palette from Amalawa Cosmetics. I also love this because it automatically has my blush and my cheek highlight in it. Perfect for traveling, and it helps to slim my makeup down, my makeup bag so much. Okay, so this is not a contour kit. This is just a palette that has pressed powders in it for your contour. All right, contour kits usually come with some kind of concealer or lighter shade, but I'm telling you, do not get a contour kit. All right, I'm getting to that, Miss Tiffany. Other options. This is the Juvia's Place bronzed something. And so I like this because it too has 2 shades. Some seasons, wintertime, I might need the lighter one. Summertime, I might need the deeper shade. So I like that this has 2 shades. This is the color tan for me, but they do have options for all skin ranges. So I love that as well. This right here is just Black Radiance Press Powder. Black Radiance Press Powder. As you can see, here's the bottom of the pan. That means I've used it a lot. And this is in Cafe. Okay, so I like this one. And I really like these for more fair skin. For deeper skin tones, Amalawa Cosmetics is great because the creator of the product is a deeper skin tone. Juvia's Place is especially created for women of color, so perfect for deeper skin tones. But you just need a pressed powder that is darker. Now, let's talk about contour sticks. Okay. Contour sticks are pretty much cream makeup product. They're either cream foundation or it is a cream concealer. Contour sticks is a cream makeup product. It is either cream foundation or cream concealer. Contour sticks are either cream foundation or cream concealer. Okay, so it doesn't have to say on the package, this is a contour stick. It doesn't have to say that. It can just be a cream foundation that is how many shades darker? The point is you want the product here to, the point is the color, okay? You want the product that you're going to use the contour to be 2 to 3 shades darker. If you don't have anything to contour with, you can use eyeshadow. As long as it has no shimmer in it and it's flat, you can use eyeshadow if you needed to. If you were, running out. Okay? You can use a dark blush that has no shimmer or no shine in it. Okay? 2 to 3 shades darker is the most important thing that you need to remember. So here's an example of a stick that I use to contour. It's not a contour stick, but it is a stick foundation that I use to contour. So this is my Black Opal foundation stick. So this shade, as you can see, is a couple of shades darker than my actual foundation. And I like to use that especially when I'm taking photos or, I don't know, when I'm kind of in a, sometimes in a rush, I use it. But either way, I still like to go over this cream with some kind of powder. So regardless, I'm going to go over it with some powder because I don't want the cream to look shiny on my skin. I do like a more dewy and natural look, but I don't want it to sit and look extremely shiny. There's a difference between like looking dewy and skin-like and just plain old shiny. So contour sticks are simply a foundation or concealer in stick form. And yes, they are a fine option. However, I still feel that you should set it and go back on top of it with a powder. Okay. And I go back on top of it with a contour powder. Okay, that's great, you guys. Let's move on to the final mistake that we want to correct, and that is understanding the placement. So the first thing we talked about was the color. All right. We see now and we know now that it is 2 to 3 shades darker. The next thing is knowing the product that you can use. You can use powder or you can use cream. The third thing that I want you to know is placement, okay? Whatever you place your contour is where that feature will sort of disappear. Oh, that's a good one. That feature will disappear. So if you want your cheeks to look higher, you have to make underneath your cheeks disappear. If you got a 5 head up here, hey, if you got a 5 head and you want that 5 head to kind of shrink and you want it to disappear, then your contour goes right there. If you have a wider nose or a larger nose and you want your nose to look smaller, the sides of your nose need to disappear. Okay. So there are 3 places that you can contour that I teach my students. That is the number 3 here. So I can contour around the perimeter of my forehead. I can contour in my cheeks, and I can also contour along the jawline. This is great, especially if you're taking pictures, because pictures are going to show pretty much everything, and you can camouflage that by contouring. So I'm going to look straight ahead here, and I am actually going to contour this side. Let me turn my light up underneath just to show you an example. I'm not going to really blend it in. I just want to show you something real quick. So I'm right here underneath the jaw. All right. Can y'all see how much smaller that looks? It looks like it's sucked up. This side looks like it's sucked up because I'm reinforcing there's already a shadow here. There's already a shadow here. I just want to emphasize the shadow that's happening. Okay. This is great for pictures because it helps to draw back that area and make that area disappear. Okay. It helps to draw back the area to make that area disappear. All right. Give me some hearts, likes. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you're watching on YouTube. Please make sure that you hit subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. If you are enjoying this, share it out to a friend just in case they've been complaining about contouring and this video is breaking it down. All right. So that's 3. And then, of course, I will blend this in, but I'm not going to do it right now because I'm about to take my whole face off. But that's 3, and then I always say +1. +1 is on the side of the nose. +1 is on the sides of the nose, okay? That is another area where you can contour. But you can also contour your eyes, okay? If your eyes are looking puffy and you want that puff to disappear, and when I say disappear, I'm literally saying minimize. I'm just trying to minimize how forward it looks by adding a shadow to push it back. Okay. All right. So those are the places that you can contour. I'm going to the comments right now. I'm distracted by the comments. I love your hearts and your thumbs ups. That makes me feel so good. So thank you so much. Okay. What powder do you use to set? To set my contour, I pretty much use a powder that I would use to contour. So those examples that I, held up, I'm using this to set my contour as well. So I'm just basically making that contour a little bit stronger. Is cream good for oily skin? No, I don't suggest it at all. I don't mean to smack, but I kind of do. I don't suggest it at all. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. Okay, 0 out of 10 do not recommend. Cream is an oil-based product. So you're pretty much putting oil on top of oil, and I just wouldn't do that because you're gonna be slicker than a can of oil in about 3 hours, if that. So that's just my opinion. However, on the flip side of it, that does not mean that you can't use cream to contour. I just think that you need to definitely make sure you set it very, very well. Prime, set it, all that good stuff. But using cream all over your face, Hi, Margot. Is powder best for combination skin? Powder is good for all skin types. I actually have dry skin. I am actually growing into combination skin, if that makes sense. So as you can see, this is the area where I'm starting to have some shine here, which I'm just gonna press that out. But this area is the first place where I start to get a little bit of shine, and I am starting to become oily and dry, which is funny because my nose flakes from dryness, but this area gets oily. The older I get, the more I can see my pores. So I use powder today. Did I use cream? Probably so. But I used both cream and powder today, but powder works any day of the week for anybody. Oily skin, dry skin, all the above. Hey Toya, I miss you. I'm oily in the teen zone and normal in other areas. Yeah, definitely combination. But you can for sure use powder. Powder is just always a good option. Even for dry skin, you can use powder to contour. These are great questions. Thank y'all so much for participating and asking. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Any other questions? I do have a little picture I need to put up here on the screen here. Okay, if you don't know, then I just want to let you guys know that my class is around the corner. If you struggle with melting makeup, your makeup be slipping and sliding, then I want you to join me on Sunday, this Sunday for my class, anytime, any place, space. It's a throwback season, y'all. So if you know this song, then you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to help you and show you how to keep that makeup lasting much, much longer. And you can register for that class at beautyforusclass.com. That's beautyforusclass.com. beautyforusclass.com. And I want you to know that inside of this class, you are going to learn everything you need to know. Plus, you're going to get a PDF that I'm going to send you that you can print out and take it to the store. You can use it as your cheat sheet. You can take notes in class with it. But you're going to have an awesome time learning how to make your makeup last. I'm going to give you all the secrets and let you ask questions, okay? We can see each other. I can hear you, all that good stuff. So register at beautyforusclass.com. Okay, y'all type that in the comments. beautyforusclass.com. All right, last thing. Get your brushes, man. Get your brushes, man. All right. If you are struggling and you don't know what brush to use, because that's important too. You don't know what brush to use. You don't know how it works, all that kind of stuff. Then I'm telling you, this brush set is going to walk you step by step. There's no reason for you to lose if you have upgraded to matte brushes. So this brush, for example, is your contour brush. I just showed you where to contour. Here, here, here. I would take that brush to do all three of those places. And then I have a specific brush for my nose contour here, and it's small enough where it actually fits. It's the perfect size for you to contour on the sides of your nose. And if you wanted to go in your eyes just to create a false eyeshadow look, you can do it with that brush. So visit matterbrushes.com and make sure you get yours. All right. Tonight has been fun. I hope now you can crush on contouring just like I do. So get your brushes, get inside of class. There are so many opportunities for you to learn, and I'm excited to serve you. Okay, I'm really, really excited to serve you. So let's conquer this makeup thing together. It does not have to be intimidating. Okay, I know that there are so many of you who are thinking, I am just too old not to know how to do my makeup. Well, it's time to learn right now. There are some of you who want to teach your daughters how to do their makeup, but you don't know how to do it. It's time for you to learn right now, okay? There are some of you who are sick and tired of spending money at the makeup artist every time you have an occasion, an interview, a date, all that good stuff. It's time for you to learn right now. Forget what your mama said about red lipstick. Forget what your ex said about him not liking his woman with makeup on, because he did. Okay. Forget all of that. It's time to learn right now, and I would love for you to learn with me. So make sure you get your brushes. Make sure you join my next class at beautyforusclass.com, and I will see you guys really, really soon.